This one, you can see there in the middle, that's Diaper Land. And then you have Alex Burger on the right, and on the left, it's a pharmacy. So a lot of these houses become businesses, or they get or they're abandoned by the owners. This is what the book looked like. It's a very, classical book, one picture per spread. And that was like my second iteration of trying to do a book. I think it's still on the limit of just being a book of photographs and not being a photo book. And the next project really pushed me to the idea of how to do a photo book and not just do a project. So these guys that you see here, they're traveling from the suburbs that I photographed 6 years before, going to work to one of the wealthy parts of the city where there's a lot of construction work. And I would go from 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning at the same place at the same time, and photograph. I photographed there for a whole year, once or twice a week. And I would see these things happening. So it's the same truck, 3 different days of the year. You have sometimes the same person in different part in the truck. He's wearing the same vest, but in different parts of the truck. It's almost like a portrait of the routine of the city. And sometimes they saw me. This was 2011 and 12. This was the worst year of the drug war here in Monterrey. So I got a lot of visits from law enforcement because I was on a highway with a camera photographing cars. So that was kind of creepy and strange. So that's when I started to work with an assistant that would accompany me when I was photographing, just, for security and for anything that could happen around the session. I was super excited about the images, but at the same time, I was really skeptical because I was taking them with a digital camera, and I had never done a project with digital camera. So I think I took pictures for like 3 months and then said, no, I'm gonna scrap this project. And I let it sit for another 3 months. In between, I was doubting that, no, stylistically, it's a big jump between from the Suburbia Mexicana work with a large format camera. But then when I figured out conceptually that this was the link between the different parts of the project of Suburbia Mexicana, what happens when you buy into the idea of homeownership? How do you manage to find work and go to work? Oh, here it is. Where do these people go to work? Oh, the fancy parts of the city. Well, I had photographed that too in the Suburbia Mexicana project. So this was a perfect link between different projects that I had done previously. And that kind of like soothed my my creative mind and said, let's do it.